Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Consoletronics, my name's Gray, and today it is my great pleasure to bring some long overdue attention to a video game series that has for too long languished in the shadows of gaming's past. So my lords, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're in the mood for some good old fashioned mechs and violence in my Assault Suit series review. All but forgotten Japanese developer Masaya, whose credits include such early Mega Drive shoot 'em up titles as Gynorg, Gley Lancer, and most notably of all, the excellent Hellfire, would in 1990 release the hard as old boots but fun as all hell mech shooter Assault Suit Lenos. Known as Target Earth in the US, sadly, an official European release wouldn't come about until the PS4 remake in 2016, but I managed to procure myself a US Genesis copy of the game in '92 and loved it so much that I made sure I was first in line to play the follow-up game in the franchise, which did see a UK release, and that was Assault Suit Valken, better known to Western Super Nintendo owners as Cybernator. I don't know about you folks, but giant, heavily armoured robots stomping about, all guns blazing, have always tickled my tender regions. And thankfully, the difficulty's been toned down from the first game, meaning Cybernator can be played by mere mortals. A standout game on a system swamped with similar run and gun titles, but Cybernator stands tall as one of the best in any category you care to measure it in. A great game that you need to play. Two key events happened in the mid-90s that would forever change gaming. First, the import gaming scene, which had been around a while, particularly in the UK, exploded, and for the first time many of us had instant access to Japanese exclusive consoles and software. The second event was, with the release of their PlayStation console, Sony really pushed its hardware, meaning more focus was put on 3D games. And while this was by no means a bad thing, the flip side of it however was many fantastic 2D games of this era got overlooked and ignored, when only a few years earlier most would have been localized. Assault Suit Lenos 2 on the Sega Saturn is one of the best games you've probably never heard of. It's no exaggeration to say that the Japanese like their role-playing games, but trying to play the sequel to one of my favourite platform shooters as a turn-based strategy RPG in a language I don't understand is something I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. Stick to Front Mission or Steel Battalion if man-managing mobile suits floats your battleship. Imagine my surprise when, surveying the shelves of my local game emporium, I would catch sight of a PS2 game with a very familiar title indeed, Assault Suits Valken. Even the art on the box was identical to the Satoshi Hirashihara cover art of the Super Famicom version. So I parted with my 20 quid and headed home with a smile on my face and a spring in my step, thinking along the way of playing a new entry in a series I had long enjoyed. Unfortunately, I discovered too late that what I had just purchased wasn't simply like the SNES version, it was the SNES version, a straight port. A great way to try a classic if you no longer own a SNES, but if you have the original, give it a miss. And the final game I'm going to be looking at is another port, this time with some HD bells and whistles. It's Assault Suit Lenos, aka Target Earth, on the PS4, and the only entry in the series I've yet to play, as I don't have Sony's latest console. So you'll just have to make do with some trailer footage of what does look like an entertaining title for fans old and new. So my name's Gray, you've been watching my Assault Suits series review. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. I'll have more videos up soon. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.